Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And this seems to be the product slash service that's going to be the best growth sales wise for Verizon. What is 5G home internet and why do you need it? Or why do I need it? So, the interesting part is the last 2 quarters, the only type of growth that they've seen on the consumer side was from fixed wireless access. And they increased it in the second quarter versus first quarter. So I anticipate in the third quarter, they will increase it again versus the second quarter. And as C-band scales to more areas in the metro urban core, the suburban core, they have every right now to go compete for those customers. Now, do I believe that Verizon is doing that effectively? No, I still don't think they're doing it effectively. So I think their growth should be much higher than where it is. It should be closer to potentially what T-Mobile is doing. And the reason I say that is because Verizon is doing it a bit different versus T-Mobile, right? The capital spend is not the same in terms of how it is being spent, right? Verizon is putting in a lot of groundwork. They're putting in a lot of fiber in the ground, their own fiber. They're putting up a lot of nodes with millimeter wave included, which eventually some of those nodes are going to have C-band. And they're putting them in neighborhoods, which is going to allow Verizon to offer fixed wireless access in the neighborhoods off of that node. They don't even have to use the entire capacity allotment from the site or sector that's facing the neighborhood. They can open up more slots just by using the millimeter wave. And that millimeter wave, 9 times out of 10, is going to give you better performance versus the C-band in terms of speed and throughput, because millimeter wave just has more to pull from, more bandwidth to pull from. So if a node is being put dead smack in the middle of a neighborhood, I mean, you could potentially sign up, 10, 15 homes. Who knows, right? There's a high gain CPE that's being put on the window, and then boom, it connects to that node, and then you got home internet. So while I think on the business side, there are still some things that are unclear right now for Verizon that they have to fix. They got to bring their marketing back up. They got to do better on that. Right now, Verizon is forecasting a free cash flow that's lower than T-Mobile's. That's a problem because Verizon pays dividend. T-Mobile does not pay dividend. So I know the net income is still lopsided, which T-Mobile did take a net loss of $108 million. But according to them, that is going to turn positive over time. So T-Mobile's free cash flow was up 5%, $7.6 billion is what they posted. Verizon's is $7.2 billion, and they're forecasting a downtrend, and they still have to pay out dividend. So on that front, I've been talking to analysts. It does make T-Mobile more flexible, especially if T-Mobile can start posting that positive net income after the decommissioning of the Sprint network, for one. Once the Sprint keep sites are done, then they shouldn't have any more bigger outstanding payments that they have to make. So they should be able to bring in some positive net income, maybe not in this third quarter, but maybe in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Q4, they should bring a significant, substantial increase of positive net income. So while I think Verizon has a lot of work to do on the consumer wireless side to gain back foot traffic, I think fixed wireless access for the time being is going to be their leading growth product. I truly believe that. We've seen that in the first 2 quarters. I think we will see that in the next 2 quarters and maybe even going into next year, unless they make a substantial market correction and they change their ways. Their consumer wireless is going to be down. We've seen it recently. I told you guys, I went to the store. I spoke to my buddy there. The stores are closing on Sundays. They're reducing store hours. I'm told 6 stores are closing in my market because they can no longer support it. There's no foot traffic. And it seems like Verizon wants it that way. They're choosing margins over growth. They're putting express pickup lockers in the store's windows, or they're making the modification to the store. Why do that? If a customer orders a product through that express pickup, all they have to do is go to that locker, pick it up, and leave. There's no interaction face to face with any store rep. So what about add-ons? What about cases for the device? What about battery packs? They can't sell anything because there's no interaction. What about, hey, can I check your address to see if you're eligible for this home internet? Nothing. With that express pickup, they've taken that all away. And then they're still paying to make a modification to that store for that express pickup. So like I said, Verizon has a lot of things to fix. And the way it's going right now, from what I'm hearing, I'm even told right now internally, any business travel that they want to do, they have to get like multiple approvals to do them now. There's no longer that regular business travel that they're used to doing, like flying from here, there. No, that's no longer happening. It needs approval. And if it's not an absolute necessity, it's not getting approved. So that tells you that they're having trouble hitting their goals. And they're making some major corrections on that front. So you could potentially see more jobs being cut, like I said, more store closures. And I told a buddy of mine not too long ago, if I'm a Verizon sales rep, I'm looking for another job somewhere else, to be quite honest. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel, follow my social media outlets for more updates and interactions. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See you in the next one. Peace.